Good morning, guys. Eleanor and I are just having a little quiet time while Buddy sleeps. Yeah. How pretty is she? Good morning, Eleanor. Hi. Can you hear her purring? What a gorgeous cat you are. Look at that face. Hi. Good morning, honey. See how small her face is? She's little. Alright, there you go. And look who came to visit, because he saw Eleanor down. Oh, okay. All right. My handsome boy. Oh, what a good boy you are. What a good boy you are. Look at him. You're so handsome. Eleanor, give me the toy. Give me the toy. We're not playing if you keep it. It's not called playing, it's called keeping. Give me the toy. Give me the toy. Alright, you eat it. Fine. Give me. Fine. The toy he wants is a stick. It's this. That's the toy he wants. Get caught on the blanket. Hold on. Look at her little tail. Hey guys, hi. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. It is like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All we have done is lounge around the house today. Went downstairs, got a bite to eat. They got to look outside the door for a little while. And then I decided to lay back in bed and just take a little nap because I needed one. And Eleanor crawled up, and then she stretched out later on, and she put her arms right against mine. Her little feet up there, and her little tail. Hi, Eleanor. Eleanor. Yeah. It's been a very nice day, but I should probably get out of bed when she moves. Yeah. And Buddy has joined me at the base of the bed. We're having a very nice time in bed. Oh, you can see the... I've added more cat furniture and zip-tied it so it doesn't slide around. It's insane how much cat furniture I own, but it's never enough. Oh boy, this might be a short Vlogmas day 4, because I really don't want to... I don't want to leave bed. Oh my god, you're so good. Eleanor used to be so flighty. She never really wanted to cuddle. Oh, hi, honey. Hi, baby. Whoops, my belly. Hi, honey. Oh. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oops. You want to snuggle down here? Next to my big fat belly, huh? Okay. Oops. My belly button. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. Sorry, I'm having a funny thought as I'm getting ready to talk to you. So hey, how are you? It is 7:30 in the evening, and I've done absolutely nothing all day long. Zero. Well, I wouldn't say zero. It's been a very nice day. I woke up late. I slept in because I was on sleep aids. So I slept relatively late in the day. Hung out with the cats, took a nap. We cuddled with the cats, took a nap, came downstairs, had something to eat, went upstairs, took a nap. We all cuddled. It was beautiful. I'm feeling 10,000 times better, if you can't tell, than I was yesterday. I think having slept for at least 24 of the last 48 hours has certainly done the trick. So I'm feeling fantastic. But the day got away from me. I didn't want to leave the house because I still wasn't sure if I was like really sick, or I don't want to do anything. I don't have to work until the 7th. So I figured I'm just going to lay it low, stay in the house, just in case, you know. Yeah, so that left nothing for Vlogmas. Ta-da! So I figured before I go to bed, because I'm gonna get another good night's sleep, I would do a gratitude list. I meant to do a gratitude list in November, which is gratitude month in recovery, but I just never got around to it for some reason. I don't know, but I figured I'd do that tonight. So I wrote down a short list. I have it on my side, on the left here, on the left-hand side here. So if I look over, you'll know why. So in no particular order, but this is the number one. The number one reason for my gratitude any season is my recovery, my sobriety. As a lot of you know, because I do mention it fairly often, I've been sober for over 20 years now, which still blows my mind. June 28th, 2002, I got sober. It did take a suicide attempt to lead me to my sobriety, so I didn't arrive on the wings of victory, as you might say. But, you know, recovery and sobriety has been a real long, bumpy road. We trudge the road of happy destiny, as a phrase that's commonly bandied about, and it has been quite a journey. It really has, and I've trudged along quite a bit of it, but there's always been someone right ahead of me who has been through everything that I could ever possibly go through. So I've had amazing role models, some of them sponsors, some of them friends, some of them total strangers who will never know that they've touched my life by just sharing their own stories and their own experiences in recovery. So it's hard to describe why I'm so grateful to be an alcoholic to someone who isn't an alcoholic or not in recovery. But I am truly, truly grateful to be an alcoholic in recovery. I would not have a job. I would not be employable. I would not be able to have a relationship with a human being. Not that I have that many. I could certainly not have taken care of my cats if I were still drinking. I just would never be in a house. The odds are, and I'll tell you, and this is a real thing, I'm not being dramatic, the odds are I'd either be dead or worse, I'd be alive. When I first got sober, and this isn't a whole long video about my sobriety, but when I was getting sober, I was also facing homelessness at the same time because I hadn't paid rent in 3 months. In fact, my landlord, Jack, who used to own the Boston Eagle, if you know the area, he just died. Jack just died recently, but he was my landlord. I hadn't paid rent in 3 months. I was hiding from my landlord who lived across the street. And as I was going to and from work, I was looking in doorways in the south end of Boston thinking, could I sleep there? Where would I sleep tonight if I didn't have a place to go? Yeah. So I just wouldn't have anything without my sobriety. So anything that follows that number one on this list, all is due to my sobriety, my recovery. And the next one, friends and support. I was thinking about this morning. I sometimes identify with Sheldon on The Big Bang Theory. I'm not that smart. I'm really not that smart. But I am, I think, difficult to love. But sometimes worthy of it, like Eeyore too. One of my favorite things about Eeyore is he can always be kind of down and depressed and kind of not his ideal self, but people still like him and people are still patient with him. And I'm not sure how you see me through the screen, but in real life, I kind of feel like an Eeyore and sometimes a little bit like Sheldon on Big Bang Theory. But there are people who have just been better friends to me than I have been to them. And I am always aware of it. And sometimes I'd like to say it out loud. But I could just solve the problem by being a better friend, but it's hard. The people that come to mind right now are Lex, Marcus, and Melanie. Those are 3 names that come right to the top of my head. And Carol, I was going to say her last name, Carol V, who is someone I went to high school with, who has been more of a support than she'd ever imagined. But Lex let me live with him and his husband for 8 or 9 years in a room in their house. I paid a pretty penny for it, I think, for the room, but they gave me a place to live when I wouldn't have had one, Marcus has been one of my longest friends forever. I met him when I first moved to Boston when I was a very, very young person. And Marcus and I, our paths have been parallel in so many ways that were dark and dangerous and scary, but we've always been there for each other. We don't talk to each other for 6 months and then we talk and we're still best friends. So it's always wonderful. And Melanie is someone I've met through Marcus, who is one of my favorite people in the universe. I consider her one of my dearest friends. I never talk to her. We never message, but once in a while I see her in Houston. She lives in Houston with her wonderful boyfriend, and Melanie is just always an angel to me. I just always think of Melanie in the best of ways, and I think they have all been better friends to me than I have been to them, and I'm eternally grateful. I kind of want to cry about it, but I won't. And by extension, I want to include a lot of you guys, and you all know who you are. Like, there's a lot. A lot of us have talked. There's a lot of you who know who you are when I would consider you friends. Yes, you. There's a bunch of people through YouTube that I have never met in person, and some of which I have, like Nevada and Randy and Dan, and there's a bunch of people, and Linda, that I've met through YouTube that I have just come to adore, and yeah, special people. Again, I think have been better friends to me than I have been to them. But my cats. Now, I could easily cry about my cats and how much joy, those cats bring to me. If you just rewatch the first few moments of this video alone, I think there's a video of me with Eleanor. My face was literally pressed into her belly, and Buddy was getting jealous, and he came up and just kind of nuzzled in. I mean, the sense of contentment and joy that those cats bring me. And I've talked for a little bit at some point, mainly I think about Claire, and how much these cats have taught me. The cats have taught me to be patient, to let other people have their own timelines. Like, you can't force a cat to do anything. You can kind of encourage behavior, but I can't make them to do anything they don't want to do when they want to do it, So it's really taught me a lot about patience with other beings, if not just people. Yeah, they've just taught me so much. And the value of the ability that I have to love them. Does that make any sense? I really sometimes questioned whether or not I was able to love. Now, I know I love these cats, and I do too. I know now, by extension, that I could love a person just as much as I love my cats. I do have an ex-husband, after all, right? Yeah, I am forever grateful for my cats. And I think they're grateful for me. I hope they are. My job. Now, my eyes want to just jump out of my head. My job. I freaking love my job. I wish everybody loved their job as much as I do. I love 99.99% of my coworkers. I adore them. The company I work for, I love my company. A lot of people love to hate my company, and there are things to not love. And there's a couple of things right now I'm particularly irritated with my company, but the fact that I'll tell you, I know the colors of the Great Lakes. I have touched in one 3-day trip. I have touched the Atlantic, the Pacific, New York City. I've been on Santa Monica Boulevard. In one day, I've seen the country. I know what the Liberty Bell looks like. I know what the Niagara Falls look like. I know what sunsets in myriads of different cities look like. I know this country. I know this whole country like I know a city. Like, to me, the country is just one big city. And if I want something or I have a craving for something, I can just pick up a trip or go somewhere and experience what I want to experience. I mean, who else can say that, right? To consider the whole country their home. Oh, I like that. That's exactly what it feels like. The whole of the United States feels like my hometown. And I think that's miraculous. This month, I was able to maximize my vacation week. This is the end of my vacation week. I know, a big, exciting vacation. Um, but I have my vacation week plus I had like almost 2 weeks off. My schedule didn't start until the 15th or the 16th of this month. The rest of the month I had it off. I had the whole month off. So, but I was able to swap a trip up because I wanted to have less congested schedule at the end of the month. But all the time I get off, the people I get to meet are passengers. Yes, there's a couple that make some days a little long, but our passengers for the most part are just spectacular people. When you love them and understand them and give them a little space, a little respect, a little humor, they give it all back to me, you know, and I just love the opportunities I get to be a good guy once in a while on the plane. I just love my job. I love my job, and I just couldn't be more grateful that I am a freaking flight attendant. It just blows my mind. If you don't know for some reason, if you're watching this video and you're not a subscriber or you've not watched me before, yes, I'm a flight attendant. I look like a department store Santa Claus, but I'm a flight attendant. Next, I put down YouTube and my subscribers. Man, I don't even know how to describe how grateful I am for YouTube. Now, if you do watch me with any regularity, you might mistake me for a really highly gregarious person because I'm always talking and it's always me, right? But I'm really not. And when I'm by myself, sometimes I kind of just shut down. I just do the next thing I have to do. I don't really look up. I don't really always look up and look around. Someone once told me years ago, like, look up. Don't have your eyes on the ground. The miracles are never on the ground. Look up. The miracles are not on. You're not going to find a miracle on the ground, and unless there's money, you find money on the ground. But so YouTube and my videos and making videos and thinking about content and making content, just keep my eyes up off the ground where I can witness miracles all the time. And so I get to kind of look up. You know, when you're walking down the sidewalk and you're looking at the sidewalk instead of like around you? YouTube keeps my eyes up and I get to see the world through a much wider lens. And I just think it's magnificent. And it also is a great way for me to journal. I've always... countless times I've tried to write a diary or keep a journal, and I would fail after 3 days. I just can't even keep a calendar. I can't. It just slips my mind. But because of my YouTube channel, I can now go back for the past almost 5 years now and look at my life over again and sort of celebrate again or mourn my losses again or relive moments that I just, I treasure. Just a couple days ago, I think I was talking about sitting in this room, looking at that Christmas tree, knowing that one day, if I'm having a bad day, I can go back and look at that moment and see how peaceful and comfortable and easy and full of grace my life can be. And that's all because of YouTube. And my subscribers, holy crap, really. I'm right now, without even looking, I can tell you where this junk journal is that Nevada G made for me on my shelf over here. I've never put anything in it. I don't know why, but it's sitting right here, and I look at it, and the thought and the carefulness and the creativity that went into making it, it's right there. Everywhere I look at my house, there's just some evidence of a YouTube subscriber. Outside my front door, I've got that plaque that Elle gave me. I mean, my life has been touched in every way by a YouTube subscriber. Back when I started my channel, if you remember, when I first had Buddy, that January, Buddy got very sick. And his vet bills were like $600. I couldn't afford $600. But you guys took care of his bills. When Eleanor, 6 months later, fell into my life, you guys helped me take care of her bills. I just, during most difficult times in my life, YouTube subscribers have been there. And out of the blue, wherever I go in the country, wherever I go, I promise you, wherever I go in the country, someone's like, oh my God, it's you. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so crazy. So I am so grateful for each and every one of you. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead, click that button. You notice I don't ask people to subscribe very often because I think it's awful to pander for subscribers, but go for it if you want to. Now, this is going to sound a little weird. I'm a little grateful for COVID in one way. Now, COVID, clearly a pandemic where millions of people have died, so I get it. If it had never happened, I'd be so happy. But the one thing that COVID did was allow me to work full time and not be able to spend money. Because if you remember, during the lockdown, all this sounds awful, how COVID benefited me. But because I was working full time and you couldn't spend a dime, there was nothing open, you couldn't spend money, I saved thousands of dollars. I mean, crazy, the money that I've never seen before, that allowed me to buy my condo. So I know COVID was horrible and many people died. A number of people in my life have died. So I don't want to minimize any of that. But the fact that I was able to work full time, I never got sick, thank goodness, allowed me the fact that I could save up and get my house. And for the rest of my life, I'll be grateful for my chest right now hurts. I'm so grateful to have a home. Oh. Do you remember my old videos when I was in my studio apartment and I would, near the end of living there before I got my house, I would look around and be like, I hate it here. I just felt so trapped. It was such a small space. And you know how much cat furniture I have in my house right now? You've seen it in my bedroom. I had all of that plus more in my studio just to give the cats some verticality, since they didn't have enough room. I just hated that place. I hated it. And the fact that I own my home right now I can't even put into words the gratitude I have for that. And what else what I have here on my list? And I'm gonna, so it was hard to put into one topic, but work plus YouTube plus thrifting, because I work full time, although I don't hustle. Like, I don't work 120 hours. If you watch Deanne Fortis, I hope you do. I adore her. She hustles. That girl works 120 hours a month. I work 80, 82 hours, which is a full schedule for a flight attendant. I just can't. I've worked very hard in my life, and I'm just getting older. I can't work 120 hours. I'll die. But with my regular schedule at work, plus YouTube, because I do make a little bit of money from YouTube, plus my thrifting, my sales on eBay that I really need to pack up, I'm able to afford a life I've never dreamed of. Now, I'm not wealthy. I probably still owe, I'm trying to pay off my credit cards. I probably still owe about $2,000. $2,500 on my credit cards. But I'm not by any means wealthy, and I can't afford to go on a big vacation. I really can't afford a cruise. I can't. And I know there's a couple of you, in fact, I can think of one of them in particular, who wants to talk all about how much money I spend on the things I sell on eBay. I make a lot more money than I spend, so shh. I'm not wealthy by any means, but I get the chance to, for example, this month, I'm working like 14 days the entire month of December. How hard are you working in December? So I get the chance to just like relax, enjoy my days off, enjoy my time, enjoy my home with my cats. And it's just the combination of my full-time job and what they would call passive income. By no means passive, because YouTube and thrifting is a lot of work, but they allow me the basics in life, and I'm not struggling If you remember me when I first started my YouTube channel back 5 years ago, this Christmas Eve, I was a reserve flight attendant. I'd been flying for about 9 months, and I was broke, like eating ramen noodles every day. Broke, so broke. And today, I mean, I can go to Walmart and drop $120. Where did I spend $120? Was it Walmart? Um, I can drop that money and not worry if I'm going to have enough for my next grocery bill. I can have my electricity be auto pay because I don't have to worry, am I going to have enough money? Now, there's not a lot left over at the end of the month, but I know that there's enough to cover my basic needs. So, I mean, the gratitude over that alone is massive in a country and in a time where a lot of people have it real difficult and really hard. So, I'm grateful for that. And lastly, I think that's it. I think that's it. I'm just grateful in general. And I think, yeah, I can go on forever, but there's just so much in my head, and it's all good, which is a nice change because for a long time before I got sober, things were not good up here without adult supervision. Blah, blah, blah. Will he ever stop talking? Yes. So I want to thank you for watching this video today. I want to thank you for participating in Vlogmas. Remember, I'm doing a giveaway. You know the rules. I'm giving away a Sabbath heat. It's a little mini personal, portable, toteable oven kind of thing. All you have to do is be generous or kind or thoughtful. Just help someone else in need. Be supportive to somebody else in need. Doesn't have to be financially, but money does talk during the holidays. So do something nice for somebody and leave a comment in the comment section regarding what you did, a little story time maybe, and maybe what you may have got out of it, because there's always a lesson to learn when you're being generous to other people. And I think that's it for today. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. All right. Fly safe.